Hello agents and welcome back to another Division video. Today we have been granted TU10 PTS and it has got a lot of interesting things for us to take a look at. This video is going to focus on the new exotic rewards that would come from the new raid. You head into the base of operations, head to this vendor and get yourself the weapon balancing cache. As you can see, they're listed on the right hand side. If only it was this easy. And there we go. So we're going to head into the range because we're going to also have a look at how they fire, what kind of damage we're getting from them compared to other guns that have just had adjustments as well. We're on heroic. Okay, so let's find, first of all, so here's the new rifle. Looks really nice. Love the design. 264k on my build, but what we'll do, we'll pop on the base damage so you can see that they're 112. RPM at 240, 60 in the mag, so a lot of bullets. This one didn't come very well rolled, but not so bad I guess. 11% rifle damage, 15% crit hit damage, but the third attribute is damage to target out of cover, which is really nice. But then here's the talent, let's have a look at this. On trigger pull, fire both barrels at once. When fired from the right shoulder, hits add offensive primers, and defensive primers when fired from the left shoulder. Hits from one shoulder will detonate all of the opposite shoulder's primers when present. When detonated, each offensive primer deals 100% weapon damage, while each defensive primer grants 4% bonus armor and 10% amplified damage to armor plates for 5 seconds. Okay, so that's pretty interesting. Primer effectiveness is doubled at 10 stacks. Wow, okay. So really, that's pretty nice. So let's have a look at how it works and how it fires. So we're firing from the right shoulder. There's no real indication of how many stacks you have in a bad guy. And it actually fires 2 bullets at once from each barrel. And as you see, the change of the symbol up at the top now means we're in the defensive side. Oh, okay, I get it. So the orange bar is actually the indication of how many primers are in. So because it's 2 at once, it's actually only 5 shots. There we go. That's just some pretty nice numbers coming from that as well, from body shots. That's a lot of bonus armor as well. This is really nice actually. It's just essentially getting used to the shoulder switching. Yeah, it's actually pretty nice. It's a little bit of getting used to, but I like it. It would be interesting to see how it stacks up against the new rifles that have been altered. The M1A has been taken down a little bit. So it certainly would be interesting to see how it's going to stack up against this. I mean, looking at the damage, M1A is still better, unfortunately. But what is interesting is the debuff has stayed on, even though I've switched weapons, but it isn't doing anything. And you can have both on at the same time. So if I... maybe that's a bug. Both shouldn't be able to be on at the same time. So yeah, maybe it has some kind of use somewhere, but unfortunately it does look like the classic M18 is still going to beat it out. Let's have a look at the pistol. So let's take this off so that we can equip the pistol. So as far as base damage goes, it's actually got more base damage than the Liberty. Liberty rolls with damage to target out of cover. This one actually rolls with damage to armor. So that's going to be interesting actually to see how much that 10% damage to target out of cover is worth on my 61 million pistol build. So that's going to be interesting to see if this new pistol will take over because of the higher base damage. Headshot kills create 5 meter explosion, dealing 400% weapon damage and applying bleed to all enemies hitting. So 5 meters is pretty small for it. When you think about how True Patriot works and how often that explosion actually hits other enemies, this is probably not going to hit very often. Reminds me of the Rat King from Destiny. But could be good with a pistol build. Oh, I like the reticle over there, dot in the middle. It's got some kick. Only 6 bullets. Let's just change this to go and see some enemies we can actually kill. These ones are grouped up, so maybe we'll get the proc. There we go. So it's actually some nice damage when you get the proc. I like the explosion noise. And the bleed seems pretty nice, but they do have to be grouped. So what we'll do, we'll compare the numbers against the Liberty to see how much extra bit that base damage is doing. So 25 and 42. Swap over to the Liberty. There's not much difference. Not much difference at all. But I am guessing that the new one will be the one that we're going to use for the huge damage on Razorback to skip a phase. Even with the damage to outer cover, this one is hitting harder. And it looks nice too, which is a result. So if that does hit, that's pretty powerful if that does hit. You can see the damage numbers and the bleed numbers, so certainly shield builds with a pistol could be really viable with this. Really nice. Well, very quickly, I know it's not part of the raid rewards, but seeing as we've got it here, we'll have a very quick look at the Mantis. Really nice looking. It's the marksman rifle, 706k with my build, 339k base. In plain sight, your scoped view displays additional information about the enemies not targeting you. Headshot and weak point damage against enemies not targeting you is amplified by 50%. Headshot kills reset cooldown of decoy skill and bonus. This bonus will wait until the decoy goes on cooldown if currently active. So we might need to go and see some actual bad guys for this, to see what it actually looks like when scoped in, what the additional damage is that it's talking about. Obviously this build isn't spec'd for marksman rifle or anything like that. It's just a very quick look at these new weapons to see what we might be in with TU10 coming soon. So here we are with some bad guys, and as you can see, you get a marker above the head to show you where you can hit them in the head. But the marker will change when they target me. So I'll see now the targeting, how the marker's changed. And obviously if you're in a team with this, I'm going to die. Ooh, some lag on the PTS. But as you can see, there we go, I'm dead. But you can see how the marker changes, and if you're in a team or if you're running the decoy, you'll be able to tell which enemies you're going to be able to get the bonus damage on, which is pretty nice. Thanks for watching the video. I hope you found this useful. These new exotics certainly do look interesting, and I hope they do find a place in the meta, especially the raid ones, because it would be nice to be able to run the raid for something that would be best in slot. If you like the content, guys, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell so you get notified when I upload more Division videos. There's going to be loads and loads, especially with TU10 coming up. Or come and visit me over on twitch.tv/DJTICKLE, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks for watching, everybody. Goodbye.